Yo, I'm so upset right now, man. You can't do this with certain programs, man. Why? Why are they trying to reboot and recreate perfection? This like represented my youth, my childhood. This represented me growing up, man, as a kid. And they doing a reboot of the Wonder Years with an all-black cast. Now, the show in itself, it might be dope. The show might be good, but I feel like it's just certain things you don't touch, you don't taint. You leave it as it is. And if you want to make a new like coming of age series, yo, just call it something different. Because the problem with this is the Wonder Years had the Kevin Arnold, and it had the Winnie Cooper and the Paul. You know what I'm saying? It had yes, it was a white show, but that's not the point. The point is they have their own characters, their own entities, their own universe. Why try to take that and then flip it on some black shit just for the sake of just being politically correct? And because we're in these Black Lives Matters times and we want to show sensitivity towards black people, man, fuck all that shit. They should just, if they would call that show just something totally different and have it stand on its own, I think it would be perfectly fine. But no, we got to take some shit and we want to be inclusive, and we're down with the white people, so we call it something that was iconic, that had its own identity. I do not like this. I don't like this concept, man. I watched the trailer, and you know what I'm saying? Yes, it's based on the 60s and 70s. And they got the black exploitation and the slang, and just they're talking about the racial undertones, because that's what was going on with black folks back then. But don't call it Wonder Years, call it something else, call it the Negro Years, call it the 70s nostalgia decade for black folk or something. Don't call it the Wonder Years, man. I'm not trying to watch the Wonder Years and I'm seeing motherfuckers slap me some 5. Let me get some of that skin there, brother. Like, no, they literally just they turn it into some black exploitation shit. And the thing is, there's nothing wrong with it being some black exploitation shit. But don't call it the fucking Wonder Years. Why are they doing this? And why is anybody willing to support this shit? That shit made me cringe, man. When I just think of the Wonder Years, I was living in New Jersey. It came out when I was like between 8 and 11 years old. That's when I really, really watched it. So that was just like a very pivotal point of my lifetime to take that title and just bastardize it. Just for whatever political reasons that Hollywood is doing bullshit like this, you could easily call it something else. You can easily call it something else and have it stand on its own merit, man. You don't fuck with the sanctity of certain things. That's just like if they rebooted the Cosby Show and just made it with an all-white family. You know how many motherfuckers will be in uproar over that shit? Or even if they just rebooted the Cosby Show in general, you know what I'm saying? With a whole new black family. Just certain things you don't touch. You leave it where it is for its place and time. You maybe take similar tropes and similar ideas, and then you come up with a whole new idea or just a variation of that idea. But yo, man, certain things need not be touched. And the trailer and just Don Cheadle just narrating it, and it's just corny. You can't, like, I forgot who was the original person that narrated the Wonder Years, but the guy in the kind of sounded like this, and Winnie, you can't top that narrator, man. It's certain things you just can't touch. And I'm just watching it and just certain corny jokes that I'm really mad about this shit. I'm really upset, man. And if you watch the trailer on YouTube, I think it has over 1 million views, as it should. It's a the Wonder Years reboot. So a lot of people going check into the trailer to see what it's all about. But it has maybe 1,100 likes and almost 1,000 dislikes. The likes and dislikes tell you the story. And that shit looked like a piece of hot trash. I probably will watch it for entertainment purposes. You know, I mean, for informational purposes. You know what? It might be off the chain, but those 3 minutes that I watched in that clip, and the shitty acting and the 70s slang, it's not even about them being black. It's just, you have a high standard that you have to measure up to when you call your show The Wonder Years. Why call it that? They are intentionally trying to cause division, and they are intentionally trying to cause controversy by calling that shit the fucking Wonder Years, man. This is how I feel about that shit. I'ma still watch it just so I can trash it, and maybe I'll fucking love it. Who knows? But from what I saw in that 3-minute clip, I'm pissed about this shit, man. Hell no. Certain things you don't touch and you don't reboot. You don't do it. No, 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 no. No! I'm out. Peace.